used to hate my wife, but now I think I am in love with her. Funny how life works, right? Because 6 months ago, if someone told me I would risk everything for that woman, I would have laughed in their face. The night I found out my wife was lying to me was the same night I realized I could not live without her. When I married Ava, it was not for love. It was business. Our families owned rival companies, and this marriage was supposed to end years of fighting. To everyone else, we looked perfect. Rich couple, beautiful house, perfect photos online, but behind closed doors, we barely spoke. Ava was cold, stubborn, impossible to read. She always had this attitude like she was hiding something, and honestly, I hated her for it. Every conversation turned into an argument. Every dinner felt like a silent war. One night after another stupid fight, I finally snapped. I looked straight at her and said, "You know what? I regret marrying you." She froze for a second, but then she smiled. Not a sad smile, not an angry smile, a broken one, and quietly said, "Trust me, you are not the only one." Then she walked upstairs. I should have felt satisfied. Instead, I could not stop thinking about that look in her eyes. Things started changing after that night. Small things. At first, I came home exhausted one evening and found medicine beside my coffee because she noticed I was getting sick. My favorite meals started appearing at dinner, even though I never told her what they were. One morning, I found my old watch repaired on my desk, the same watch my late father gave me before he died. I never even mentioned it was broken. Ava noticed everything, even when she pretended not to care. And slowly, the woman I thought I hated became harder to ignore. But then things got strange. Ava started disappearing late at night. Secret phone calls, locked doors, messages she instantly deleted when I walked in. One night around 1 in the morning, I woke up and realized she was not in bed. I went downstairs and saw her standing outside in the rain, talking to someone in a black car. My heart dropped. The next morning I confronted her. Who was that? She barely looked at me. Nobody do not lie to me. Her expression turned cold instantly. You do not own me. That sentence hit harder than it should have, because for the first time I realized I cared. A week later, everything got worse. I received an anonymous message on my phone. Just 3 words, your wife knows. Attached was a blurry photo of Ava meeting the same man again. My mind went insane. Was she cheating, betraying me, using me? I started following her without telling her. Yeah, I know how crazy that sounds, but I needed answers. And what I discovered destroyed me. Ava entered a hospital. Not a hotel, not some secret apartment. A hospital I watched from outside as she walked into the cancer treatment wing. My stomach dropped. I waited nearly an hour before finally going inside, and then I heard it. A doctor saying, "The treatment is not working fast enough." My chest tightened. Ava turned around and saw me standing there. Fear instantly filled her eyes. "Why are you here?" she whispered. I could barely speak. Then the doctor looked confused and asked, "You are her husband, right? She never told you." Told me what that was. When Ava started crying, the strong, cold woman who never showed emotion completely broke down in front of me and quietly said, "I did not want you to stay out of pity." Turns out Ava had been sick for months. She had been hiding it from everyone, even me. Especially me. All those nights she disappeared. Treatments, the phone calls, doctors, the secrets, fear. Suddenly every argument felt meaningless. Every hateful word I said replayed in my head like a punishment. And the worst part, she genuinely believed I would not care. That night we sat in the car for almost an hour in silence. Then Ava finally asked, "Why are you still here?" I looked at her and realized I did not know when it happened, but somewhere between the fighting, the silence, and the late night misunderstandings, I fell in love with my wife because losing you scares me. I admitted she started crying again, and honestly so did I, but life was not done with us yet. A few nights later, Ava collapsed at home. I caught her before she hit the floor. Blood on her hands. Her breathing weak. Panic completely took over me. In the ambulance, I held her hand the entire time while she drifted in and out of consciousness. And for the first time in my life, I prayed. Not for money, not for success, just for her. At the hospital, the doctors rushed her into surgery. Hours passed. Every second felt like torture. Then finally, the surgeon walked out. She is stable. I nearly collapsed from relief. When I saw Ava later that night, she looked weak, but alive. She smiled softly and whispered, "You know you used to hate me." I laughed quietly and kissed her forehead before replying. "Yeah, that was before I realized you were the best thing that ever happened to me." Sometimes the person you think ruined your life becomes the reason you want to keep living.